Hi everyone, and welcome to part 2 of my EOD helmet. So jumping right into it, I wanted to show this chalky paint I'm working with. The color is supposed to be an anvil gray, but the funny thing is, you'll see here, when I'm trying to apply it, it comes out straight black. And although that's happening, it does cover really well. With the primer being gray, you can see with this being the first coat, the black is just coating it and not having any runs, with paint coming down the sides and giving it a even finish. And it came out great, but the thing was, with using chalky paint, the pigment itself for the color didn't come out until I was halfway done using the can. And this probably is because the can is past its shelf life. So in case you are buying from a local hardware store, I'd make sure the cans you're buying are within its usage. Most aerosol cans are good only after a year, and I'm pretty sure not too much people buy chalky paint in aerosol, so it might have been sitting on the shelf for some time. Here it just looks straight black, even in person when applying. And then after it dried and putting on a second coat, it did come out gray. So just as a precaution, if you're using chalky paint for the coverage, again, it worked really well, but just the color itself, it wasn't as accurate as I thought it was going to be. So next here, I'm looking at some screenshots I took on Master Chief Collection. I just rotated my guy around to see how big the stripes are and try to get a good reference. And then with my calipers, I'm just lightly scraping the paint so I could put on this tape on top of it, so when I go ahead and put the white paint, it's as accurate as I could tell without having some vinyl stickers to print out. These calipers too are pretty inexpensive. You can find them about anywhere, and just having that metal corner is pretty good to get a reference of where to put your tape lines. And with those tape lines, I'm putting on the first coat of my white paint, which had a flat finish too. But an issue I ran into here was with the first coat, it wasn't covering as good as the chalky paint was before. And I kind of figured, just with it going over a black, typically light colors take a few coats to cover well. And another thing I would change is right here, I'm using a paper as a substitute for masking, just because in the past I've dealt with issues where when I applied tape for masking on a coating I had put a few days prior, it normally has taken off a spot or two of the paint, along with the Bondo. And there's a good number of reasons for that. Some may have been my prep, but I just didn't want to chance it for this run. And having the air filter with the fan here actually helped a lot with the overspray, so I didn't get any overspray on it, if anything on the helmet itself of the white paint. So finally, for the helmet, here I'm just assembling it with each of the parts that you could 3D print. It's really easy to put together, a lot like the Commando helmet I did in the last one. You could see what I was talking about earlier in the video. The base coat of the chalky paint in that anvil gray, how it came out black when I was first spraying it, with the pigment coming out towards the end on the second coat, it came out a lot more gray with the green undertone, which I wasn't expecting when I was starting this build, but I'll take it. It looks nice. Probably just a learning lesson for the next one I do. I'll probably put a bit more accents of a black. I just didn't figure it would be this drastic of a color change. But yeah, thank you for those who've been following along for the EOD video. I know it's been a good while since I posted last on the update for it, but just wanted to show the process I'm doing. And you could see here, probably for the next projects I'll be working on, in the background there's the suit kind of laying in the box. It's been a couple of weeks for that's been printing, so I hope to show that here shortly. Figure out how to do all the straps correctly, as well as put on the armor in the way it's supposed to be. Wanted to say thanks to for those who put the idea for the EOD in the comments a ways back, but I'm happy to deliver. Hopefully it came out to how you'd think. And for anyone else who's dropping ideas on what to do next, I am paying attention, trying to get a checklist going to what to do. Here's a couple I'll show below of what I'm thinking for at least the files, and it'll take some time to go through them, but I hope at least for the next few months I'm able to get more of these completed. And it's fun doing them. I like seeing these come to life, especially having been gaming with this for a good number of years. And hopefully here soon I can start posting my prints or finished prints on my Etsy shop. I'm trying to be more active on that and my Instagram and on the 405th forum. It's definitely a change of pace from just being a hobbyist to trying to get this into something that could potentially bring some revenue. But yeah, if you guys could please give me your ideas for what you'd like to see, whether it be other helmets, guns, things from, if not Halo, other franchises as well. But all in all, thanks for following along, and hope to see you guys in the next video.